Starting lineup first for Sacramento Republic FC. In goal, number 1, Denny Viviello. On the bench, number 2, Jack Gurr. On the bench, number 6, Freddie Cleveland. On the bench, number 17, Dominic Bonner. On the bench, number 22, Michelle Benitez. At midfield, number 19, Nick Ross. At midfield, number 20, Blake Willie. At forward, number 9, Sebastian Herrera. At forward, number 10, Christian Parado. At forward, number 24, Lewis Jameson.
A week removed from winning the first trophy in franchise history, Hartford Athletic takes on the team they beat for the Jägermeister Cup as Sacramento Republic comes calling at Trinity Health Stadium. And a good evening, everyone, with my partner, Mark Donaldson. I'm Joe D'Ambrosio. And Mark, that was a historic night, but there's lots in the future for this Hartford Athletic team.
Well, there should be, and they need to end the regular season on a high to secure home field advantage in the playoffs. Plenty have come out this evening to see the trophy and to see the cup winners. Can they see 3 points? Hartford has lost their last two at home here, Joe, when favourites in both.
One's to watch for Hartford. It's the guy who now is the all-time single-season goal-scoring leader in Hartford history.
Look, he would like to play more from the start. He does start tonight. However, the good thing about Kyle, and he's such a lovely guy, when he doesn't start, he doesn't drop his head. He knows he will get chances. He did in Oakland, and he's got a chance from the start tonight.
And he's going to face maybe the best keeper in the league in Danny Vitiello.
Yeah, he has not been their Jägermeister Cup goalkeeper. He plays in the league. 11 clean sheets this season. You get by their defense, you've still got Vitiello to get past.
Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings, and those are the clinching scenarios. Hartford gets to the playoff in a number of scenarios tonight. Meanwhile, Sacramento Republic playing to clinch a home playoff berth.
Yeah, look, they're both trying to get playoff berths. That's the main thing today. From a Hartford perspective, they've dropped now to fourth after Loudoun's late win earlier today at Detroit. However, they're still ahead in North Carolina, who lost on Friday at home to Phoenix.
As you get a look at the updated Eastern Conference table, starting lineups and opening kickoff coming up next. It's the last regular season home game at Trinity Health Stadium. Hartford hopes they have at least one more in their future. You're watching USL Championship right here on ESPN+.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
The Great Fire of 1835 forced most insurance companies to close, but not us. The day our founders pitched in to pay every claim is the day the Hartford became the Hartford.
At Lux Bond & Green, we have been designing and crafting custom jewelry for decades. It's an art as much as a science, and really there's no room for error. It comes down to 100 little choices made by our own artists and experts who listen to you and create your perfect engagement ring by hand. Quality, value, and selection. Lux Bond & Green Jewelers throughout Connecticut and Massachusetts.
Welcome back to Trinity Health Stadium. Last Fly is the leader in airport parking at Bradley International. Save 20% by pre-booking on LasFly.com. Last Fly, a proud supporter of Hartford Athletic. Hartford Athletic would like to thank the Mandel JCC of Greater Hartford, the official fitness center of Hartford Athletic. Visit mandeljcc.org to learn more. Beautiful night, 63 degrees, winds out of the south. Starting lineups are brought to you by the good folks at Liberty Bank, and for Hartford Athletic, usual suspects.
3 changes from the Cup final. Incoming Babukar Njai, Joe Farrell, and Kyle Edwards. Outgoing Arturo Dizpe, Samaria, who's on international duty with Sierra Leone, and Obalola, who drops to the bench.
Meanwhile, for Sacramento, somewhat different lineup than we saw last Saturday night.
Yeah, 6 changes from the Cup final, 7 changes from the side that faced Orange County. I'll give you the 6 changes from the cup final. Those coming in, change in goal, Daniel Vitiello. Back, the regular number 1 between the sticks. Also in is Herrera and Parano and Vonner and Willie and Lewis Jameson. So they'll come here, they'll have a go, because their away form is pretty good this season. They've won 3 of their last 4 away from home. And a number of those supporters headed out to Sacramento last week to be in attendance to watch their team in person win the first trophy in Hartford Athletics history.
You notice different kits for Athletic. It is a match for a cause. The kits bear the colors and logos of the American Cancer Society and Liberty Bank. Although Anthony Siaha is still the Pink Panther. And pretty sweet kits on the opponents. Cream colored with maroon. Those are nice.
That is a really, really smart kit that Sacramento wear, and you're happy because you can see the numbers on the back of the jerseys.
Referee is Brandon Stevis, his 15th match of the year. And it's game on, the regular season home finale. Just the 3rd regular season meeting between these two teams, and Sacramento has won both of the previous meetings, 1-0 last year out in Sacramento, and then a 4-1 decision here in 2023. Some interesting names not even available for selection for Sacramento tonight. Anderson drops it in the middle, shot for distance by Kyle Edwards, sails wide. No Russell Cicerone, he of the 8 goals on the year. No 38-year-old veteran midfielder Rodrigo Lopez, and no Ryan JJ, who's been a steady in the back as you look at the officials. Brian Canetta has the enviable task of being between Neil Collins and Brendan Burke. It was a long time away for Hartford. They were on the road for 2 weeks. They played 2 Saturdays ago at Colorado Springs. John Berner backstopped a 2-0 victory, then stayed out west for the Cup game, then traveled down to Oakland, and finally came home on Wednesday.
With name tags to reintroduce themselves to their families.
Although all Brendan Burke had to do was introduce himself to Buddy, his chocolate lab puppy. The rest of his family was away, so we asked Brendan what he was going to do Friday night. He said, watch North Carolina with Buddy. I said, I do the games with my buddy. It's a Sacramento team that's just so skilled at both ends of the pitch under the first-year guidance of Neil Collins. Overall, 12, 6, and 8. But as you mentioned, Mark, really good away from home. 7-5-1 on the season.
Both these sides have a respective 3rd place if the table was done in their respective conferences for away from home form. Well, we're just going to pick up their home form after 2 consecutive losses.
Loudoun's already won. 1-0 over Detroit. Bicycle kick fails. Cleared out to Jordan Scarlett. He punches it right back in. Hartford trying to play on the front foot early. Let's look at Mark's keys to the game, brought to you by Hoffman.
Yeah, this is a place that they hope will play one more home game in front of these fans, and that will be in the playoffs. But they've got to finish top 4, and that would mean getting something from this game tonight. For Sacramento, simple, revenge. 6 changes to the side, and if they can get 3 points, that would take them closer to the leaders in the Western Conference, Tulsa.
Hartford clinches a playoff berth with a win or a draw. Sacramento clinches home field advantage with a win or an El Paso loss or draw against Lexington later on this evening. It's the time of the year where you watch the scoreboard. You're curious about what your opponents are doing. Certainly for Hartford, getting to the playoffs is goal 1, but getting a home game is goal 1A. Even though their record on the road is much better, one of those strange things in the world of sports that you say, I can't explain it, he explained.
Just one playoff appearance as well for Hartford back in 2020 when they finished second in the table but lost 1-0 at home to St. Louis.
Here's Republic on the attack. 22 is Michel Benitez. To Vonner. Benitez attacking. Sends it through. Shot. Goes wide. From about 14 yards out. TJ Prestis trying to be a distraction there.
The number of goals, or certainly chances that are created, goals that are scored from teams getting to the byline and cutting it back, because you can't really set yourself because you don't really know where it's going.
Trinity Health of New England, proud to be the official medical provider and title partner of Hartford Athletic. Always committed to providing the best healthcare experience every day for every patient. Viniello's got to come out and get that. As we were saying about Trinity Health, they provide the best healthcare experience every day for every patient. Trinity Health of New England, we see all of you. Both teams playing on the front foot early. Babakar Njai, as Mark noted, in for Emmanuel Samadia, who's on international duty. There's Sacramento on the attack. Gurr never gets through thanks to Prestis.
It's back four tonight for the visitors from Sacramento. So Dominic Vonner, who played last time in an attacking role, is doing similar today, wide on the left-hand side.
As they've pushed Benitez up, as you opined before the game began, we'll get our first corner of the match in the 6th minute. One thing that Coach Collins mentioned to me when I had a chance to talk to him yesterday, they had some good set pieces in the Jaeger Cup final and just couldn't convert on them. So it'll be Lewis Jameson, the Scotsman, a lot of your countrymen on this team.
Northern California is not a bad place to live.
In swinger, headed by Hairston. Left-footed shot. Sails up and over, and it'll be a goal kick for Hartford, as that was sailed wide by Michel Benitez.
Got a problem here for one of the Hartford players at the edge of the box. Marlon Hairston just feeling the back, the small of his back. Around the coccyx area,
Ooh,
apparently.
look at Dr. Donaldson.
Yeah, well, come on.
MD.
My initials are
MD, exactly.
MD, I suppose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What am I thinking here? Great crowd on hand, sold out to welcome the champions back home. There was a ceremony here yesterday with the Hartford mayor, Hartford officials, Hartford club officials, Brendan Burke, Michelle Riel.
What an achievement for Hartford. Did the home games in the Jägermeister Cup in the group stages, and one stage you wondered if Detroit had denied Hartford the chance of even being in the group stages knockout part of the competition. To go and win it is incredible.
Got a little luck.
Hey, you've got to take that.
Ball played up ahead to Vonner. Trying to get a shot off against Scarlett, and it's sent out. Dangerous opportunity for Dominic Vonner, the German, making his 9th start of the year this evening. Sacramento very aggressive at the start. Don't forget Tuesday night, in the first half, Roots outshot Hartford 12-0.
Oh, Hartford didn't show up in the first half. Much better in the second half after they made a couple of changes.
That's the one thing. This roster is the deepest that Brendan Burke has said he's had as a head coach, and he's able to do those kind of things. Give people rest, roster construction, very important.
One thing I like about Sacramento, and there's a lot to like about them, a lot of their possession isn't just possession for possession's sake. Neil Collins wants them to get the ball forward, and more often than not, they'll try and get a shot off, and you saw that effort from Dominic Vonner a couple of minutes ago. They're a side that'll score goals because they'll create chances, because they don't just have the ball for the sake of having the ball.
USL on the CBS Sports Network closes out October with a championship Western Conference showdown. Playoff-bound New Mexico United take on Oakland Roots SC Sunday, October 19th, 5 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. Here's Hartford with numbers, and Galena tries to get it to Edwards, sails through. Still a chance. Anderson denied and cleared out on the volley.
Well, the one player that knows best whether or not he could have had a shot there was Cariaga, and he elected not to. So
Vonner's been active so far. Plays it across to Jamison at the 18. A shot saved. Vonner wanted the ball sent back to him. Jamison put the shot on goal, and Siaha made the stop. It's been an active start, hasn't it?
Especially from Sacramento, yeah.
Sacramento applying a heavy press in the middle third. Here's Joe Farrell playing in his 253rd USL Championship game. Edwards wins the aerial duel. Desmond knocks it over the... No, they say it's off Edwards, so it'll be a Sacramento throw-in.
I think Neil Collins has identified Hairston and Carriaga and thought if they can go three tight central midfielders in there, they could have the best of that area, and certainly so far, that's the way it's started.
Yeah, it looks like Lee Desmond is matching up with Edwards. Here's Vonner. A little heavy on the pass, and then Farrell sends it upfield in the direction of Edwards. Headed out by Desmond, the captain, who's not happy. He didn't get a lot of support there, but they say again, knocked out by Hartford.
Just came off the top of his head. Assistant right on there, Ben Regal.
It's going to be a foul on Scarlett.
No, he said ball had gone out.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be
he did take Herrera down, but after the
It would have been if the ball, hadn't gone out. So I'll forget the throw. And now we know Sebastian Anderson can launch them, and immediately Joe Farrell gets into position.
You see the ball played out inadvertently. This has the same effect as a corner kick for Hartford if they choose to do that. And Anderson lined up for the long throw from the near touch line. And at first you don't succeed, try again. No score, just the start of things. Shots 3-1 Sacramento. They have the only shot on target in the first 10 minutes. Vitiello aggressively comes out and then catches it.
He's a lucky boy. I'm sure he needed to be in that area given the number of his teammates that were also occupying that vicinity. He got away with that.
Sacramento on the front foot again. They play it wide to Vonner. Willie running behind him. Now instead they go to Pirano, league veteran. Sacramento executing the short pass game. Switch fields to the far side. Jack Gurr. Gurr and Ross, two really good players in the middle for Sacramento. Here's Benitez. Played on the left for Vonner with space. Sends it across. Headed down and cleared. Hartford plays it long upfield. Here's Carriaga.
Mishi's got to stay on side. The reason the flag didn't go up is because the ball didn't end up getting to Mishi, so he doesn't become active in that situation. But even then, had the ball got beyond the defender, Mishi's got to do better and just hold that run.
They've played up the left channel a lot to Vonner with Benitez. Now here's Blake Willie. In the middle. Pirano, left-footed shot, stopped and then picked up. Christian Pirano.
So here's the issue I've got with this: as we see the replay, it's too easy for Sacramento to go from left back to play it into midfield, and then there's extra space because whether it's Hairston or whoever is dropping deep right in front of the centre back, they've got to keep their lines a bit more rigid and not allow Sacramento to get it forward as easy. And then when it goes into midfield, there's too much time being allowed by Hartford to the Sacramento midfielders.
The Hartford is back again and excited to help our team win. From kickoff to extra time, they're proud to show their support for the amazing community we live in as a founding partner of Hartford Athletic. Visit thehartford.com to learn more. Sacramento's had a heavy territorial edge thus far. They try to feed Pirano.
Just a boot left in. Free kick Hartford. Prior to that, though, I want to see more from Michi Engalina from a defensive perspective. He just kind of stood and kind of hoped that a little leg in might be enough. Defending starts from the front, and that's been one of the secrets for Hartford's success this season, the work rate of the players.
Right. And the other thing, one of the other things Brendan Burke emphasized to us in our call yesterday is what a tight-knit group this is.
Unbelievable. The work ethic, it's a big family, and if someone fails, the other 10 will pick them up. It's as good as I've seen from any sporting side, and I've been watching sport for long enough, as you have as well. There's something special this group of players have.
Yeah. Here's Cariaga. Had the only goal last week in the Jaeger Cup final. Hartford slows the pace. Scarlett swings it left to Njai. Babukar.
Great crossfield ball by Jordan.
1v1 with Jameson. Drops it back, and Hartford will reset.
One of the things we wondered just before kickoff, Joe, is who was going to play right centre-back and who was going to play left centre-back. Jordan does and sends it forward.
Anderson, nice pass. Here's Cariaga, left-footed screamer, sails wide. Hartford's best opportunity here in the 15th minute. It was touched by Sacramento, so Hartford will get its first corner of the match.
But this came about because of a really good pass from Jordan Scarlett, getting it forward and getting it quickly forward as well. No point in taking 3, 4, 5 touches, slowing it down when you can play a pass like that, and then the effort from Cariaga deflected for this corner.
Assistant coach Chris Wheeler directing traffic as Cariaga sets for the corner. Hartford's had great success recently on corners. Nice ball, but it never gets in, so it's not as nice as it could have been, and it'll be a goal kick for Vidiello. Randy's Worcester Street Pizza, the official pizza of Hartford Athletics. Stop by the stadium or visit their other Connecticut locations to enjoy some of the best pizza Connecticut has to offer. Pizza capital of the world, according to some people. Not someone in New Jersey. Someone running for governor in New Jersey is going to dispute that.
Just hold off with the pizza capital of the world. I'll give you the pizza capital of the United States if you want to claim that. But
well,
don't say you're better than anywhere in Italy. Come on now.
Once again, here's Republic. Prestis there to clear it. Now out. Jameson's shot never gets through.
It's like Napa saying it's the champagne capital of the world. Steady on now.
That's why we have you here, to provide a kind of a carburetor for some of the statements. Vonner against Anderson. Njai gets a head on it. Good hustle by Engalina to come back and help.
Much better from Michi. That's what you want. Sacramento took the throw. You didn't hear the referee's whistle. Better from Hartford. Last 3-4 minutes. Just settled down a little bit better. It was a bit too frantic at the start, and I just thought the positional shape was not great, and there were too many gaps in the wrong places that Sacramento were able to exploit. But that's been fixed, and fixed well.
Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish-language sports network. Charleston Battery take on Birmingham Legion FC on Saturday, October 25th at 5 p.m. Eastern on 2DN. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Junior Morera, who ran his tail off in the game in Sacramento. Brendan Burke said he almost broke the GPS that he wears.
That all started because Kyle Edwards didn't give up on a lost cause. What a ball.
Well played through. Here's Anderson.
Oh,
puts it in!
What a goal!
Sebastian Anderson gives Hartford the lead in the 19th minute. His second goal of the season. And it's 1-0 Athletic.
This might be one of the best assists that I have seen this season in the USL Championship. Marlon Hairston looks up. At this stage, Sebi Anderson's got his hand up saying, pass it to me. There's still work to do. First touch is magnificent. But what about the second touch? It's like he's got Velcro on his shoes. That is top drawer. But this assist, the last time we saw Marlon Hairston here, we all know what happened. Now he goes and does that. Chef's kiss. 1-0.
Second assist for Hairston. Second goal for Anderson. And the supporters loving life here in the capital city of Connecticut. Just an absolute piece of artistry by both Marley Hairston and Seb Anderson. See how Sacramento responds. Nice touch by Benitez. Here's Vonner again. Boy, he's had the ball a lot tonight as they work that left side. Sent through. Carriaga hustling at the back end. Njai will come up with it and then almost give it away. Boy, Carriaga gets his back climbed and the foul is called by Brandon Stevis. He's handed out 3 red cards and 1 double yellow. As you can see that Christian Perano went for a ride 10-on-10 crime there.
One of the reasons for Hartford's success this season has been their ability to be clinical in certain games where they only need a certain number of chances to score a certain number of goals. That's their first decent effort, and they find themselves 1-0 up. That's what good teams do.
Hartford 11-1 when they score first. There's Michi on the far side. Nowhere to go, so he sends it back, and they drop it back to the midfield.
It's the 5th time they have done that this season. Score the first goal at home. They've won every time.
Yeah, the home record, as we said, 5-6-3 on the road. Brilliant, and the second longest road winning streak in league history. Vidiello comes out to play it before Edwards can get there.
Yeah, but think about that pass, right? We were speaking about getting it forward quickly. I wonder if this is something they've been working on. And I know they've had a bit of time together on the road, not training so much every day. But Hairston's connection to Anderson was exemplary. That was Farrell trying to find a teammate, Kyle Edwards, further forward. That's not just an aimless ball up front. It looks like it's something that might be worked on in the training ground.
Certainly, if you've got guys like Farrell and Scarlett there, they can execute that. Nice ball played in front. Block. Played up in the air, and Siaha elevates to grab. Hartford Athletic would like to thank Nuova Pasta for supporting our Goals for Meals program. For every Hartford Athletic goal scored this year, like the one by Sebastian Anderson, Nuova Pasta will donate meals to help the fight against food insecurity in our community.
I'd have to see all the goals again that Hartford have scored this season, but I'm thinking right now that's got to be in the top 3 of goals scored.
Edwards on the right to the box, left-footed shot, deflected, should be a corner.
No, there was no deflection. You can see what he's trying to do. He's just trying to whip his left foot around it to get some bend. But they're now taking efforts from a little bit further out. It's like overpassing and overplaying, not from a Hartford perspective, but that can be something that teams just do, and it allows the defenders to kind of reset. But that's a couple of times tonight they've had an opportunity from distance, and they've had a go to try and catch goalkeeper Danny Vitiello out.
Vitiello unbeaten his last 7 against Hartford. That includes time with Pittsburgh. Here you see at the bottom of your screen, Neil Collins in his first year in charge. 5th all-time in USL wins with 106. Hartford starting to find some space.
It's no coincidence that if Carriaga plays well, Hartford plays well.
I was just going to ask you that.
Because we've seen Hartford have some stinkers when Carriaga's been off the boil. And it's just because he's like the glue that sticks everything together. And look, Brendan Burke has had a wonderful season. He is a top coach. If Carriaga isn't working, he'll take him out.
Yep.
It's the same with any other player as well.
He did that, and that reset Carriaga's season.
Exactly, that's really good coaching. And it's not just Carriaga he's done that with as well. I mean, Makingila used to be a regular starter and now can't get a game from the start because of Marlon Hairston, and they're only playing the kind of one in there that's a little bit deeper.
Hartford Wins the ball at midfield.
If I'm a bigger side from a bigger league, and I'm the owner, I'm looking at Brendan Burke. I'm not trying to get rid of him from Hartford, but this is a guy who has got a lot of ability, and now he's got a trophy on his resume and his CV.
Here's Hairston in midfield. 1-0 Hartford on the Anderson goal in the 19th minute. Here's Anderson. Drops it back to Scarlett. Hartford being very patient. Swing it left to TJ Prestis, his brother Owen. Off with the US U20 national team. Played towards the box. Stopped at the 18. Lee Desmond there to negate any chance for Hartford. Now it's Michel Benitez.
But look how quickly the Hartford players are now getting around Sacramento in that midfield area as well. I think what you've seen now is Junior Morera just getting a little bit more involved, because the first 10 minutes, Sacramento in that midfield area had the run of the place. Not anymore.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. Distilled 6 times till it's just right. Tito's known for great vodka, giving back, and doing good for dogs. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Incorporated, Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
It's a good move from Sacramento and then getting the ball in, but good goalkeeping. You and I were speaking before we came on air, discussing who might the Hartford Player of the Year be. And the player that just caught that, Anthony Siaha, is someone that you suggested. And
I think he's the Player of the Year.
He has to be in contention. And the player that scored the goal was someone I offered up, Sebastian Anderson. Because Momo Dieng was great when he was here, but he's not here anymore. He's at Minnesota. Kyle Edwards does good work, but a lot of it's been off the bench. So you're not going to give someone Player of the Year when he's not played the majority of the games. So you're looking at a Sebastian Anderson, you're looking at an Anthony Siaha, you're looking at an Emmanuel Samadia, who's away on international duty right now. I think those would be the 3 kind of candidates. And then at the back, I mean, they've been very solid in a number of games, Hartford. Oof.
And that's going to be the first booking of the night.
It's an easy decision, that one. You can always tell when a player's like, yeah, okay, you got me. There's no argument whatsoever.
I believe that was Nick Ross.
They breed them tough up in the Scottish Highlands, where you get your good whiskey from. Your single malt. It's an old whack to the knee.
So for Ross, his 2nd yellow of the season. Hartford Athletic would like to thank Lux Bond and Green, jewelers since 1898, celebrating life's special moments. We'll look back at the most special moment in Hartford history at the half, a recap of the Jägermeister Cup final.
Not the 1-0 home defeat against Tampa Bay Rowdies earlier this season then.
Well, and that's what Brendan Burke referenced as the low point of the season.
Rock bottom is what he called it.
Rock bottom. They were last in the East. Since then, 9-2-2.
Tells you.
Played ahead. Header on the ground. Viniello gets run over. 2-car collision. He looks okay. He's tough as nails, Danny Viniello. His coach loves his demeanor and his consistency. He's got 11 clean sheets on the season.
I thought the delivery from a Hartford perspective was just in the perfect area, because Vitiello is about to come and then thinks, no, it's just a bit too far out. And then the header on, good brave goalkeeping.
So it'll be a Hartford throw-in just outside the Sacramento technical area. Glad you're with us tonight locally on MyTV9 and WTNH.com. Out in Sacramento on Fox 40 Plus, and of course worldwide on ESPN Plus. By the way, if you're up early tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, my partner will be commenting on a women's match from overseas on ESPN2.
Leaders in England, WSL, Chelsea taking on Spurs for you early risers on ESPN2.
I'm not sure I can take you without a cup of coffee.
I need something stronger.
Here's Vonner.
Not to broadcast, to listen to me.
No, just to listen to
Just to clarify that. Yes, on the McAllen 18 at 5:30 in the morning, 90 minutes before kickoff. No.
20 is Blake Willie, a Sacramento native. Good move in the middle. Shot never gets through. Pass on the side. Save made. Rebound, save. Another rebound, side of the net. Shot fired high.
Goodness.
Hartford dodging bullet after bullet at the north end.
Tonight's version of Hartford Pinball is brought to you by... Wow, Anthony Siaha does this. The marking's not great. The save is excellent. Beyond Scarlett, but then his effort. Then the effort is tipped by Sebastian Herrera. This will give us a good view. He struck that well. That's a super save. He's done what he can. Oh, really good camera work as it keeps it on it. And then it hits the post, the effort off Herrera, and then blasted over the bar by Dominic Vonner. Wow. I think this is a good time to get treatment so you can catch your breath.
Marlon Hairston on the deck. Select, proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice.
You know what? Your claim of Siaha being in contention for Hartford's Player of the Season was just embellished there.
I think he carried a couple more precincts. After that, Beverly Macangila warming up as Hartford's athletic trainer. The inimitable Mike Diaz works on Marley.
So we asked Brendan Burke a question, didn't we?
We asked him several, but...
Yesterday, one in particular, which I just wanted to get his thoughts on, because in a lot of countries, a cup win is the last thing that teams do in a season, and then it's happy days, go and have a few drinks and celebrate. But it's a reset, and I thought they reset very well in midweek in the second half, because as Brendan said, it wasn't a good first half. But we asked him, so what now? And he said, well, we have to aim not just for home field advantage to win this whole thing. But his quote was a deep playoff run.
Yep.
That's what he said that he wants. And I think that's fair. And when you consider, the reason I mentioned that Tampa Bay game, because Hartford before that game were 11th, Tampa Bay was 12th. Hartford was awful. They had a lot of the ball with no ideas that night. It's not quite going from worst to first. But for that coach, his coaching staff, and these players to do what they have done since then. You gave the stat of the 9 wins since then. How many sports have you watched over the years, Joe, where it's not how much you start and how well you start, it's momentum, especially with leagues and sports that have playoffs? Look at the Giants.
Looks like, oh yes, exactly. Looks like we're going to get a sub. Not sure Hairston wants to come out. Don't know if it's his decision.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
He is going to come out. So that would be Beverly Macangila.
So it's a like-for-like change. But it's momentum that's huge at this stage of the season.
Beverly Macangila, who scored his first goal of the season, the clinching goal in stoppage time at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, which is not called that anymore.
But you just wanted to...
I just wanted to say,
give it its full name.
I loved when they said it on NFL telecasts. Here's Nick Ross, veteran Scotsman. Played crossfield to Benitez. 1-0 Hartford. Seb Anderson, the goal on a gorgeous pass from Hairston, who's apparently done for the night with injury. Played through, easy for Siaha, although almost had friendly fire from TJ Prestis.
Yeah, keep was the call as it came in. And Hartford right now playing with 10. We were speaking earlier about Scarlett, who has played on the left a lot this season. But the last 2 or 3 times, I think, when this back three have played together, it's been Farrell in the middle, and it's been Scarlett on the right with Prestis on the left, and that's what they're doing again today. Still down to 10, Hartford.
Yeah, I think they were encouraging Siaha to kick the ball out of bounds to get a sub in. Sacramento remains possession, up a man temporarily.
Good from Carriaga.
Good speed by Pirana, but Carriaga stayed with him. Vonner in the box against Anderson. Cuts it left, and Anderson knocks it over the goal line.
Now the change can be made.
So it'll be a corner kick. Here in the 34th minute. Here comes Beverly Macangila. It's the 10th time he's subbed in this season. 15 starts. So let's see what Jack Gurr from Newcastle upon Tyne, England. 2-time all-first team USL Championship the last 2 years. do it again after Hartford heads it out.
If you want to see some fervent supporters, go up to Tyneside, Newcastle, just south of the Scottish border. They love their football up there.
Cleared up, shot. Boy, that's squibbed by Lewis Jameson.
So I'll tell you what's happened here. He's got his head in his hands, Anthony Siaha, at himself, because he shouted keeper and stayed still. And he knows he blundered. And if that had ended up in the back of the net, he would have been the first to apologise.
It would have been on him.
But it's one of these things, so sometimes you get lucky. He knows it. It's not done deliberately. He shouted keeper, then just stopped. You move on. No harm, no foul. That is a foul.
Foul called on Bonner. Mark, let me ask you a question. Do you suffer from back or neck pain?
Yeah.
Trinity Health of New England has the latest methods and technology to help. Their team looks at many treatment options to create a plan that's right for you. From physical therapy and pain management to advanced spine surgery, say goodbye to living with pain. Oh, we got a little issue.
There's a little bit of pain on the pitch right now. You may
Anderson.
Oh, yellow card for Neil Collins.
Neil Collins gets booked.
You want to finish the sentence?
Yes, let me finish the sentence here. So say goodbye to living with pain and get back to enjoying your daily activities.
Indeed.
Visit trinityhealthofne.org/back. trinityhealthofne.org/back. Trinity Health of New England, we see all of you. Neil Collins, not a happy camper.
I just wonder if fourth official Brian Canetta had a better job of understanding Neil Collins than you did when you spoke to him yesterday in that Scottish accent of his.
Yeah, Neil's a lovely man, but I didn't catch every word. But fortunately it was a Zoom call so I could look at him.
You get them transcribed now.
Get a better sense, yes, exactly. But was very giving of his time, spoke.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Gave a great deal of praise to Hartford Athletic and said he likes the way his team's been playing. Took over at the beginning of the year.
He's an Ayrshire boy from down there near Troon.
The one thing he lamented about last week, well, two things he lamented, was missed some good set pieces, and then once Hartford scored, they didn't do enough. Anderson bangs it off Blake Willie, so it'll be Hartford's second corner of the match here in the 37th minute.
Totally get his point. Yeah, they did. They had a lot of the ball, but it was sometimes you can have not too much of the ball, but you just run out of ideas. Especially when Hartford take off Kyle Edwards and stick on another centre-back.
Let's see what Cariaga does here. He's got Anderson short. Once again, assistant Chris Wheeler at the edge of the technical area to direct traffic. Sent in, headed down. Cariaga will get there first. A quick touch to Anderson. Hartford resets. Cariaga sends it in. Good ball. Viniello gets up. Foul called on Hartford in the box.
So protected goalkeepers. That's a foul. That's a foul. But they are. I mean, I work with several of them, whether it's Casey Keller, Shaka Hislop, and all they need to do is jump into an opposition player and they'll get themselves a free kick. But that was a foul.
That was a foul. Shots now 12-6, Sacramento. Cariaga working against Ross. That's a pretty good 1v1 battle. Two outstanding midfielders. Cariaga doesn't see anything upwards, so he sends it back to Prestis.
One thing that's noticeable, when Seb Anderson, who scored that goal, is allowed to get forward, Hartford pose so much more of a threat.
First time they've looked for Engalina in a while. Anderson gives it to Michi in the box. Engalina, he scores! Michi! Engalina! It's 2-0 Athletic here in the 39th minute.
Can't defend like that. There's an inquest going on right now among the Sacramento players, the goalkeeper and the defenders. It's really good play initially to then get the ball into a wide situation. And they're not fussed about going back to keep possession. Joe Farrell, it's his turn this time for that direct ball. And that's a brilliant header. And there's your problem. When the right fullback, the player that's on Michi, is playing everybody on side, doesn't matter how good a touch it was, it's all about the backflip and the acrobatics as Mishi scores and Hartford go 2-0 up.
Edwards chested it down, and Galena raced in and beat Vitiello to the short side. So for Michi, goal number 3 of the year. He had not scored in a few weeks. But he did there, and Hartford with a big 2-goal advantage. This is a Hartford team that coming in was tied for 3rd in the league in goals scored. Again, if we had said that was going to happen after week 4, you would have thought we needed a checkup from the neck up.
I'm going to give credit to the players and the coaching staff there. I don't know if it's been worked on, but if they've identified something either as a result of last week or just something that they wanted to try and utilize, it's that diagonal ball, and it's on top of either the fullback or into an area, and Kyle Edwards wins the header and is able to get it to Mishi, and the player he wins the header against is playing everybody onside. So I like what they're doing so far, Hartford. The first 10 minutes, yeah, you're back home, you've not been here for a while, but they're flying right now.
Soccer season is here. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. And Galena from Edwards in the 39th minute.
They had 5-10 minutes at the start, Sacramento, and have done very little since, apart from that triple effort that was saved and then hit the post. And they've gone back to doing what they did or didn't do after Hartford went ahead last week. A lot of the ball at times, but not really doing much with it.
Carriaga really played a strong game in the midfield for Hartford. So Michi and Galena's last goal was in the New Mexico game here on July 30th. So he went 2 full months without scoring a goal in league play. Here's a quick throw in. Good block. Jordan Scarlett coming over and getting the ball out of danger. It's amazing what you can do when you're confident, isn't it?
100%.
It's just...
You don't think it, do you?
No.
It's not just in sport, it's in life, right? If something happens or you've got to go and do something, if you've done it a lot before, you go into it. There's no nerves. It's just, right, fine, let's go and do our job.
Sacramento trying to answer
Tackle.
back.
Ref's been good tonight.
Vanner in the left and Benitez play catch. Vanner plays it through to Pirano. Sent through, cleared out.
It's fine.
You know, we were talking about this player and that player for awards. TJ Prestis is obviously the rookie of the year. He might be the unsung player of the year.
Well, there's a few of them. Like defensively, Dispay tried too hard. That has been admitted by many at the start. When he keeps it simple, good player. But Joe Farrell, Jordan Scarlett, and TJ. I think there was a stage of the season I wanted to put my name in for the president of the TJ Prestis.
I believe you did.
Fan club. I think his brother's got that title right now, so it's going to be pretty hard to get it off him.
Hartford Athletic would like to thank our founding partner, Travelers. Thanks to Travelers, supporting partner of our community ticket program. Children from underserved communities throughout Greater Hartford are able to come to the matches free of charge.
This is a better spell for Sacramento. This is like the first 5-10 minutes when Hartford are very deep. They can't afford to get too deep.
Jameson on the far side. Nothing there, so they drop it back to Kleeman. Freddie Kleeman came to Sacramento after 2 years with Tampa Bay. Nice lead ball, but they waste it. Kick it towards the Cantina.
Profligate in front of goal, aren't they? Sacramento last week, this week. Still encouragement from the sidelines, and Neil Collins. You don't become a bad team overnight. They're a good side. And I'm not surprised if they get at least to the semi-finals in the playoffs for the Western Conference. You've got to remember as well, there's no Cicerone tonight. Lopez isn't in the squad. JJ as well. Mazzola and Bennett from last week have dropped to the bench. Obviously, Vitiello's the number one choice, but he's got a lot of options. They're a good footballing side, and they're well coached.
And they begin a stretch tonight of 4 games in the last 2 weeks, which I think is one reason that we've seen Cicerone and Lopez and JJ not be available for selection, and Bennett and Felipe begin on the bench. Also, Jared Timmer, who signed a new multi-year deal during the season, not in uniform this evening. 2-0 Hartford. I would think probably 4 minutes of Bricknell Vineyard stoppage time.
Someone whispered something in your ear.
No. No, it's not like when Stanwix is here. Ivan Moriagas filling in for St. Thomas of Stanwix, who's on assignment, as they like to say in the business.
On assignment.
Sacramento pressing to get that one goal to get him back in the match before halftime. Willie never gets through, cleared out by Hartford. Edwards and Galena started to run, but good play by Desmond, knock it away.
Another thing Hartford have in their favour, 3 added minutes. Another thing is that ball over the top.
Played in, and Siaha gets it. So officially 3 minutes of Bricknell Vineyard stoppage time.
Speak about the ball over the top. That was an instance there when Hartford got the ball back. Every single outfield player for Sacramento was inside the Hartford half. So it's not a case of not being pretty. It can be very effective by just launching it. If there's a turnover and Sacramento are high up the pitch, there's so much room in behind for Hartford to exploit. Good header.
Edwards again to Angelina, but Desmond is there to clear it away, and then Kleeman settles and
super touch.
Starts the counterattack. Nice play by Lee Desmond, the captain.
They'll shake their heads at halftime and wonder how they're 2 goals down.
They played well, except for 2 short spurts where their midfield and their defense let them down. Blake Willie plays across field to Gurr. They try to hit Gurr, and Jameson's pass is blocked. And then nice play by Babokar Enja, filling in for Emmanuel Samadia.
Well, there's another thing to take your quote that you've just used, filling in. The number of players that have come in for regular starters and haven't weakened the side. Look at John Berner coming in when Siaha couldn't play. He was outstanding.
Big team of the week after his performance in Colorado, and then got the win at Oakland.
And Jai's come in and done really well when Samadia's not been available. One of the unsung heroes is Jonathan Jimenez.
Yes, no question. And also, I would also say Junior Morera.
Morera's just been outstanding. You don't see much of him, but he does a lot of the dirty stuff.
You know he's there. Second of 3 minutes at least of stoppage time.
And it's just forcing errors like that by the pressing.
Shots now 12-7 in favor of Republic. Anderson will take his time to throw it in.
Hartford at Tampa Bay, at Louisville for their last 2 games. North Carolina against Rhode Island at Loudoun. Loudoun at Indy, home to North Carolina. And Pittsburgh at Monterey and at home to Phoenix. And Bob Lilly put on administrative leave last night. Was interesting.
Yeah, Pittsburgh, longtime Pittsburgh head coach.
How are they going to react to not having him in the technical area for the time being? So yeah, there's a lot still to decide. Who's going to get into the top 8 and who's going to be in the top 4 with home field advantage?
Willie in the middle, has space. Plays to an open Vonner in the left channel. He sends it through. Shot and a goal.
Super goal.
And that's what they were looking for.
It's a super goal, but that's come about as an issue that happened earlier when the Hartford 2 holding midfielders just drop off. That allows Sacramento to get an extra touch and to move 5 yards further up the field. It's just before that. It's a really good finish. There's nothing that Siaha can do about it. He's tried his best, but it's a really good ball in from Vonner. And then the effort it's a super finish. That's the halftime whistle gone, but that, I'm not saying it could have been prevented, but you cannot allow them the same space in midfield to do what they have just done. And instead of a comfortable 2-0 lead at the half, it's 2-1 now.
Yeah, Sacramento feels much better about itself. Jack Gurr with the pretty goal, his 3rd of the season. So Sacramento answers back We are at halftime here at Trinity Health Stadium in the regular season home finale. Hartford Athletic 2, Sacramento Republic 1. You're watching USL Championship on ESPN Plus, by TV9, WTNH.com, and Fox 40 Plus.
If anyone thinks cancer is going to define you, they've got another thing coming. We know you are more than someone healing their heart. At Trinity Health, we know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient, the fear, the joy, the journey. Bringing you the expert medical teams and state-of-the-art technological advancements of a national health system, along with the personalized care that helps you feel better. Because we see all of you.
The Great Fire of 1835 forced most insurance companies to close, but not us. The day our founders pitched in to pay every claim is the day the Hartford became the Hartford.
Week 32 is upon us in USL Championship play, and this week on USL All Access, we have Sean Tosh, defender from Louisville City. USL Championship's all-time leader in minutes, in appearances, most goals by a defender. That means it's title time, but don't take my word for it. Incredible interview with Sean Tosh and what looks to be the run-in for one of the greatest regular seasons we've ever seen in USL Championship history. We got recaps, we got previews, we got a lot going on this week.
Halftime in Hartford, let's check out USL news and notes. The championship being watched by a lot of people in person this year. Rowdies forward Wuben Pasias, who had a game-winning goal against Hartford, called up to the Haitian national team. And speaking of Hartford, it was a historic Saturday night last night out in the California capital as Hartford Athletic went for their first ever trophy against Sacramento Republic in the Jägermeister Cup Finals. Let's look back at that.
The late game heroics required for both clubs to dispel their respective semifinal opponents. It won't get any easier tonight as two of the hottest clubs in the league go head-to-head at Hart Health Park. It's Sacramento Republic and Hartford Athletic in the USL Jägermeister Cup finale. The scarves are waving. The energy is high. The temperature is at 70 degrees. Jack Kerr's got his shorts hiked up. We're ready to go out of Mop. It's the Jägermeister Cup final. And here we go from Sacramento. Ball delivered in. It's Cicerone to head to it. Almost finds a way. Siaha wasn't quite sure. Thought it might have cleared, and Sacramento almost opens up the account here. Both coaches just had a heck of a time trying to put together the full 18. So many players deserving. Roro delivering. Opportunity skirts off the side netting. It was Lee Desmond again. And the Republic on set pieces are looking quite dangerous tonight. Comes through. This is dangerous. Edwards trying to cut back to his foot. Goes through. It's Jared Mazzola with the save to send it away. Edwards felt like he had the game's first, and everybody in the stadium thought so too, but Jared Mazzola, the only one feeling that he didn't have it, denies this look here at him. Carriaga from distance. And from outside the 18, the Hartford Athletic have found a way in the 51st minute. Samuel Carriaga has been one of the best players for Hartford in the cup, and he does it again here in the finale.
And it's a rehearsed corner kick. If Jared Mazzola gets on the end of this place will erupt.
Jamison delivers. Headed. Still time. Willie. To Jamison again, Lewis delivery. Republic looking for a chance. Jack Kerr. It's stopped again. Christian Perrano, and that's it. Well, they were daring to dream crazy, but now it's become a reality. Hartford Athletic have won their first trophy, and they are the 2025 Jägermeister Cup champions.
Leans back, gets one. What a hit! Here's Wilson. He stays out, and the Roots have a lead.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a load off it. Take a load for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Welcome back to Trinity Health Stadium. Hartford Athletic on top by a score of 2-1 over Sacramento. Time to check the USL Team of the Week. All right, let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard. And last night, Phoenix helping Hartford by beating North Carolina. But a little bit earlier today in Detroit, it was Riley Bidwell scoring and giving Loudon a big 1-0 win over Detroit as they move into third place temporarily, 2 points ahead of Hartford.
Yeah, Pittsburgh with Bob Lilly not on the sidelines beating Indy 11, so they would stay close and get within 1 point of North Carolina. And Rhode Island in 8th place, they would overtake Detroit and move into 7th. So there's a lot of moving parts at this stage of the season.
Yeah, with only 2 weeks left of the regular season after tonight. Things also a little kerflugging out in the Western Conference.
What now?
As well, kerflugging. All right, let us now get a look at that much-awaited Team of the Week. You see Dominic Vonner was picked for the team of the league bench. He's had the assist on the Jack Gurr goal in first half stoppage time that cut the Hartford lead from 2-1. Sacramento, one of several teams in USL that will be having new homes in years to come. Let's get a look at the new stadium. All right, let us check the highlights now of this first half, which was a very active first 45 minutes.
It's just a wonderful assist, but it still needs finished. You don't get the opportunity to take that second touch if your first touch isn't as good as it is. He's made the run, he's put his hand up, Marlon has seen him, and Seb Anderson with a brilliant touch and finish. And once again, it's not just a ball up the field, it's with purpose. And it's a header won. And Michi Engelina and Kyle Edwards combining poor defending from Sacramento. And as Joe Farrell delivers that one, headed in towards Kyle Edwards by Michi Engelina, who then steps off it, allowing Engelina to get the goal. And there was one back just before halftime as Sacramento halved the deficit. Jack Gurr followed up after Vonner's cross from the left-hand side wasn't properly cleared. 2-1.
Welcome back with the second half next. You're watching USL Championship on ESPN+.
You are more than someone healing their heart. At Trinity Health, we know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient, the fear, the joy, the journey. Bringing you the expert medical teams and state-of-the-art technological advancements of a national health system, along with the personalized care that helps you feel better. Because we see all of you.
The Great Fire of 1835 forced most insurance companies to close, but not us. The day our founders pitched in to pay every claim is the day the Hartford became the Hartford.
Second half set to get underway. Our second half brought to you by the good folks at LDI Connect. So Sacramento goes in the locker room with momentum. What does Hartford do other than scoring a goal to make sure that momentum doesn't follow Republic into the second 45?
Same again from Hartford, but I mentioned it a couple of times in the first half. When your two holders, your two sixes, or one of your sixes gets too close to your defence, then you've got this big gap in the middle of the park. Sacramento was able to exploit that in the first 10 minutes, and it crept into Hartford again just before half-time. And instead of having to play the pass, Sacramento was able to have that extra touch. And then they got it wide, then they got it in, and then they scored. So just don't get too deep.
Good job by Prestis to get the ball away from Sebastian Herrera. And Galena has one of the goals for Hartford. Njai sends it upfield. Both teams have stayed the same to start the second 45. Didn't get a chance to look at the first half stats, but Sacramento had a wide edge in shots, 14-7. Hartford only had 2 shots on target. Both of them went in.
Here's your guy who's the key for Hartford in the second half, Sebastian Andersson. If he's allowed to get forward and play the majority of the game inside the Sacramento half, Hartford will have a fair bit of success. Sacramento have to find a way to get their player on the left-hand side, Michel Benitez, to push forward to get Andersson staying back.
Here's Njai trying to overlap on the left, and Gurr, the goal scorer for Sacramento, knocks it over the west touchline, so it'll be Boubacar Njai to throw it in. Babakar taking the place of Emmanuel Samadi, who's off on international duty. He'll play tomorrow, correct?
He's on assignment.
Yes, he's on assignment. Well, no, he's on international duty. Stanwix is on assignment. Thrown into the box. Good header by Hartford, right to Vitiello on the goal line.
I'm interested to see. I think it might have been Jordan Scarlett that was attempting to get on the end of that header. It looked like he might have been in an offside position. We'll never know.
Relatively penalty-free first half, or foul-free, I should say. 2 yellow cards, only 1 to a player, and 1 to head coach Neil Collins of Republic. There's Nick Ross. Plays it across. Sacramento in the cream-colored kits with maroon trim.
That's one of the best tops you will see.
Oh, it's tremendous. I love the sash in the front, too. Very stylish. Northern California stylish.
A bit like Man City's away kit
Ross
a couple of years ago.
Tries to play it ahead to Gurr, overlapping on the right. Now, Jameson. Once again, no Russell Cicerone, no Rodrigo Lopez, no Ryan JJ for Sacramento tonight. No Arturo Dizpay for Hartford. Jameson gives it right to Prestis, a rare mistake by TJ Prestis. Jameson sends it across the face of the goal, but it goes out, and it'll be a throw-in for Hartford. Don't miss a moment in 2026 and become a Hartford Athletic season ticket member. Deposits for the 2026 season open today. Hartford goals coming in the 19th minute by Seb Anderson, the 39th minute by Michi Angelina. Jack Gurr scoring at the 48th minute for Republic after it looked like Hartford would escape to the locker room with a 2-0 lead. But this Republic team had other ideas. Good anticipation by Scarlett there, but he didn't get it.
Oh, it's a foul.
The foul was called. Scarlett was taken down.
Yeah, he didn't get it because he was fouled.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Once again, referee right on top of it. I don't want to make any assumptions or anything like that. I'm just saying the further up the table Hartford have been, the better the officiating seems to have been. Is that a fair comment?
It's fair and accurate, I would say. 6 fouls on Sacramento tonight, 4 on Athletic.
I don't recall many games over the last couple of months where the officials have made the headlines.
No, fortunately. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think they've been very good. Happens in most leagues. The better games get the better officials.
Brendan Stevis running the match tonight. Cariaga had a rather active first half. Tries to play it a long way through, and it's taken away. And here's Lewis Jameson, the Scotsman, on the run in front of the Hartford technical area. Slowed down by Morera. Gets it in the middle to Pirano. Pirano still with possession. Nice ball on the left. Here's a shot, and we're all even.
It's a super finish, but it's far too easy. Seb Anderson, that's the problem. When you get caught too far upfield, you can't get back in time. And Sacramento taking full advantage. 2-0 down with 8 seconds left of the first half. And within 5 minutes of the start of the second half, having scored right at the end of the first, they're back on level terms. Can't defend like that, Hartford, and expect to get away with it. That's not a good tackle. That's a poor effort by Makingila. Anderson's already gone forward. There's space down the left-hand side, and it's a super finish by Dominic Vonner. But poor play defensively from Hartford. A delightful through ball from Parano, and a brilliant finish, but defensively, starting with Makangila, not good enough from Hartford.
Second goal in as many games for Dominic Vonner. For Christian Parano, his first assist of the season. So Sacramento with 2 unanswered, and that kind of changes the mood here at Trinity Health. For a large swatch of the match, it was all Hartford, but Jack Gurr with the stoppage time goal, and then Vonner quickly here in the second 45. Hartford getting caught with their defense down here a little bit. Here's Vonner again. Into the box. Drops it back to get some help. Vonner's been very busy in this match, getting the start in the back. Sacramento will retreat to Kleeman in midfield. So it was Vonner from Parano in the 50th minute to tie the score at 2. Now here's Parano again. He did a great bit of work with the ball to set up Vonner. Here's Jamison trying to play it through. Farrell gets ahead on it. Second head, Galena. Edwards plays it up ahead, and it'll roll out. And it's been all Sacramento here in the first 6 minutes of the second 45.
This is the way that they started the first half, but this time they've got an end product.
Too much space. Now it's Blake Willie, the Sacramento native. Vonner looking to play a through ball, but Benitez can't get to it. Good work by Scarlett there. So it'll be a goal kick for Siaha. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM 157, North America's only source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM, FC 157, and the new Sirius XM app.
Spoke about that right side of Hartford being the key area. If Anderson gets his way, Hartford will get theirs. But if Sacramento can stop him or catch him out when he's gone forward, they will be rewarded, and that's exactly what's happened. And it's not on Anderson.
No, it's on others.
It's on others, because if you've got a player, a teammate that goes forward and he's out of position, you should still know where you go when you lose the ball.
Scarlett plays it up ahead for Herrera. He gets a boot on it, but Vitiello comes out and comes up with it.
Panayotu for Morera would be the first change I would make, but here's a chance.
Here's a ball, a shot, and it's airmailed into the Swedes. Boy, a golden opportunity, and Lewis Jamison's been far too open here.
He has been, and he scored goals in Scotland before moving over. He was on loan from St Mirren at places like Airdrie and Wraith Rovers, and he knew where the back of the net was there, and he should have done better and kept that down. Sacramento could easily be ahead, and guess what? Panayotu coming on, and for me it seems like an obvious change. They just need someone to put their foot on the ball, because right now Junior Morera, the game's bypassing him in the middle of the park. They need a bit more creativity in there. I'm not saying it's going to be Junior Morera that comes off. That would be the change that I would make. But you want to still have some creativity in there. So if you're doing a like for like and taking off Carriaga, that wouldn't be the preferred change.
Carriaga gets turned around and loses it. Taken off his boot by Ross of Sacramento. Anderson and Engelina from Hartford, Gurr and Bonner for Republic. Too much room in the middle of the pitch. They're getting passes to whoever they want.
That's a foul.
It's a push by Vonner.
Sometimes you get formations that just match up against each other and they just cancel each other out. These two, the way that they're playing, there's space for both to exploit. I'm not sure we're finished with the goal scoring this evening.
Anderson went down. Crowd wanted a foul, but it was play on. Good call. Good no call there. Parano with a one-man press. Now Herrera steps up for Sacramento. It's a Republic team trying to clinch a home field advantage for round one of the playoffs that they were knocked out in the opening round a year ago.
Yeah, remember as well, they were number one seeds back in 2023, but lost in the semis to Phoenix, the 6th seed.
That was the year Phoenix won it all.
Was indeed.
So Panayiotou at the table waiting to come in.
Well, I said 2 minutes ago it would be 16 for 8, and it's 16 for 71. Okay. So.
Does that surprise you?
Mishi will probably go through the middle right now.
That's Edwards?
I understand it. I still want more from Junior Moreira if I'm Brendan Burke. And it says quite a lot because a like-for-like change would be Haji Barry on for Kyle Edwards. So that tells me that he's wanting a bit more in the middle of the park. So that's why he's brought on Panayiotou. And there was a stat that I read at half-time that Mishi Engalina in that first half only had 9 touches. I know he scored, but they need to get him more involved. Yep, 9 touches in that first half for Mishi Engalina. So he'll go more central, and that might allow him to be more involved.
Sacramento also getting a sub ready. Here's the restart just inside of the Hartford offensive half of the pitch from Sebastian Anderson. Never gets through. Njai puts it down. Panayiotou, or rather Prestis, runs over Jack Gurr.
It's like a 3-1-4-1 with Makangila in front of the defense. And Mishi supported by Cariaga and Panayiotou.
First up for Sacramento will be Corey Bennett.
He's played that straight out, Freddie Kleeman, because he thought the sub that's about to come on was a teammate that he could pass to.
So it'll be Bennett in and Sebastian Herrera out. Bennett just signed by the team on July 11th. Spent last year in Las Vegas scoring 14 goals for Las Vegas Lights. Has 4 goals in 9 games, so he's the threat. So Neil Collins wants to keep playing on the front foot.
Yeah, he's got pace to burn. He's rapid. Good player.
Too far for Marrero, but Njai will get there first. Good job by Njai. Panayiotou plays it up ahead. And Galena tries to send it through, and it's cleared off the 6. Trapped down by Marrera. Plays to Cariaga. Njai tried to force one there, and Gurr is able to clear it out. Where Cariaga just flailing at the ball there with his feet as he went flying. Blocked by Makangila. Now Cariaga with it. Tied at 2. Rematch of last Saturday night's Jägermeister Cup final. Won by Athletic in Sacramento, 1-0. Panayiotou, boy, he's a jackrabbit out there looking for position. Trying to find free space. Gets it to Makangila. Now Panayiotou with room. Cariaga on the run, distributes to Anderson. It'll be a goal. It'll be a corner kick for Hartford. The Fix is Connecticut's premier standalone IV vitamin therapy boutique, offering customized intravenous vitamin infusions and intramuscular vitamin injections that maximize health, performance, and recovery, with all services administered by licensed registered nurses. Located in West Hartford Center, visit thefixivtherapy.com to learn more. Third quarter of the match for Hartford as we reach the hour mark, tied at 2. Never gets through. And it'll be cleared out. Good job by Anderson to knock it away and let Hartford get a chance to get back.
Let's recap what Brendan Burke has done. It's looking like a 3-4-2-1. He's pushed Mishi through the center, which means that the width is to be provided by Njai on one side and Anderson on the other side. In behind Mishi will be Panayiotou and Cariaga, who was just on his heels there a little bit, Cariaga, but they will get a throw. I like what he's done. There were options. You could have gone for the straight swap and bringing on Panayiotou and taking off Junior Moreira, but now you've got Moreira just playing to the side or slightly in front of Beverly Makingila. Still want to see more from him.
Hartford really playing on their heels at the start of the second half. Here's Njai. Tries to play it through, and it's cleared out. We got a foul on Hartford, so it'll be a restart for Sacramento. Hartford loses as they're going to look back at that goal in stoppage time by Gurr as the momentum changer. Keep an eye on 90 Corey Bennett here. He and Jordan Scarlett had a little tete-a-tete as Sacramento was trying to send the ball up from a direct in their own back. Good job by Makingila there to disrupt Republic.
Good touch.
And they keep possession with space. Bennett, the nice drop-off. Here's Jamison, lays it off to Gurr. Shot. Oh. He had plenty of space, and he just sent it wide. Jack Gurr knows that's when they got away.
I'm not sure we were going to see a better goal than Seb Anderson's opener. If that had ended up in the back of the net, that was the best goal of the night. It was wonderful play in the middle of the park by Parano initially, and then it came wide, and the effort not far away as well. Right now, if there's a winner in this game, it's looking like, on the balance of play, Sacramento.
Makingila to an open Anderson, who switches to the middle. Now Paniotu. Jack's been hot since coming back from his injury. Missed a lot of time this year. Carriaga from distance.
That's about decision making. That's not the best decision. If it flies into the top corner, then great. But what's the chances of that? You've got better options, then take them. If you don't, then try the shot. If you don't have better options, then it's on your teammates to provide you with better options. But a 30-yard shot when you're a little bit off like that, no.
Taken away by Makingila of Hartford. Plays it up ahead in the middle for Engelina. Now Carriaga swings it out. Anderson at the 8. Morera. Njai going deep. Taken away by Parano. Sacramento on the counter. Here's Gurr. Jack Gurr, all-league defenseman. Plays it up ahead. Bennett just shoved down. That's a silly foul by Makingila there.
I mean, I've said enough this season about Makingila and discipline. I don't think I need to add anything there. I mean, why? So I've just said I'm not going to add anything to it, and then I've said why. I'm not saying any more.
So a dangerous, potentially dangerous set piece from about 32 yards away. And Vitiello's all the way up to midfield. Jamison and Gurr both over the ball. We've seen Babukar Njai pushing up a little bit more here in the second half for Hartford, but with all due respect to Babu, he's not the guy you're going to look to for goals. It's going to be Engelina, it's going to be Carriaga, and maybe Paniotu. All right, it'll be Gurr on the restart. The chip, the header, goes wide. Goal kick, Hartford. Flourish, proud to be the official catering partner of Hartford Athletic. They provide healthy and delicious catering, meal prep, and takeout. Visit them online at flourishhartford.com or stop by their flyby location at 72 New Park Avenue in Hartford. Along with Mark Donaldson, I'm Joe D'Ambrosio and our great Power Station crew. Potentially our final broadcast of the year.
Hope not.
Hope not. No, we enjoy being here together. Boy, great job that time by Farrell to save what could have been disasters. Sacramento really pressing the Hartford center backs. Now room for Makingila.
Joe rectifying his own mistake.
Gets it up to Carriaga, swings it left, Morera. Drop back to Njai. Chested down. Carriaga. Swings it outside to Paniotu. He chips it to no one, and a wasted opportunity for Hartford.
Strange game, this one.
Yeah. Sacramento double the shots of Hartford, double the shots on target. 18 to 9 on shots, 6 to 3 on shots on target.
Hartford really pushing their two wide players forward, especially Anderson down that right-hand side, to try and allow Sacramento only possession in areas they're happy to allow them possession in. Anderson's got to make sure if he stays forward that someone covers for him. There was an example there. He was trying to communicate with Jordan Scarlett as if to say, I'm staying here, you need to go across.
Fortunately for Hartford, the pass to Michel Benitez sailed long, so Hartford throws it in from the east touchline in front of the supporters. As Mark mentioned, some of them made their way out to Sacramento for the Cup final.
And then went to the airport, went to Bradley at midnight to welcome them back.
Hartford came home after their game Tuesday night in Oakland. Here's Njai.
Ooh,
oh, that's dangerous. Gives it away to Jamison. Who is Jamison? Sends it into Bennett. Can't get a clean shot off. Good job by Farrell to keep Corey Bennett at bay. Sacramento still with it. Corrado taking off the ball. Now Nick Ross out here to Gurr. 2-2. But Sacramento has all the momentum in this match. Carriaga will try to change that. Long ball played up ahead to Galena. And it's a throw-in for Sacramento. You just wonder what will Hartford do to change this momentum around, because the pitch has been tilted to the goal towards our right.
Much better from Beverly.
Good tackle by Mackengiela. Morera in the middle. Junior.
Look at the options. How he had to slow up there to wait for Njai.
Njai tries to send it in for Galena. Chested down by Morera. Played square for Mackengiela. His shot never gets through and cleared. Farrell steps up, tries to volley it back through, but
oof.
Oh, that's a silly play.
What are they doing?
Cleared up field. Boy, what was Michel Benitez thinking there?
I mean, this is this game.
We're going to get the Hartford native, Ryan Spalding, into the game for Jamison.
Jamison's done all right. He's done all right.
And Adewale Obalola getting set to come in for Hartford. And it looks like Jonathan Jimenez will appear in the match shortly as well.
Just need to get the foot in the ball, because right now this is an under-10s game of football between under-10s that have got absolutely no coaching as to where they should be.
Anderson with the throw-in into the box, headed by Paniotu. Here's Carriaga. They try to keep it alive. Right back by Mackengiela. Morera. Farrell gets a head on it. Vidiello off the line to easily play it.
It's basically schoolyard football right now.
Prestis being pressed. Gets it back to Siaha. He sails it. Sacramento can't control. Hartford does. Match tied at 2 here in the 70th minute. Now some space for Carriaga. Plays it in the middle. Shot by Morera. That's not going anywhere.
Pass wide to Anderson's been on for a good 30 seconds. Now he gets it.
Carriaga, marked by Willie. Lays it right to Anderson. He looks at a double team and plays it back to Paniotu to Carriaga, back to Paniotu.
Yeah, but
Hartford's not advanced. There's no options.
The problem, they don't have a focal point in attack now. They don't have the height of Kyle Edwards. They've got Mishi there, who's best when the ball's played into his feet. You're not going to expect him to outjump a 6'3" defender. Carriaga's coming off.
So Obalola will come in for Carriaga. That's one of the Hartford changes. Gives us a chance to remind you that Westfield Bank, the regional community bank, focused on its customers and their financial security, the communities they serve, and the teams they root for. Westfield Bank, what better banking is all about. Online at westfieldbank.com, member FDIC. So here's Jimenez in the game for Hartford.
Yeah, Junior Moreira's the other
Moreira's
player
day is done.
going off.
Fourth corner of the match for Hartford. From the northwest corner. Good ball. Kleeman gets a header on. He's so good in the air.
Offside.
And Hartford is offside. They call it. eFootball is here. Live your dream. Rep your team and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now.
It can be easy when you're forced into an early change and Makangila comes on for Marlon Hairston.
And Marley went out in the 34th minute. He set up the first goal with a beautiful pass, but then took a knock and had to come out. Now Vonner playing on the right side. Morano's had a good work rate tonight. Kleeman under duress. Sends it up ahead. It'll be a goal kick for Anthony Siaha.
So Mishi through the middle. Obalola wide right. Jimenez wide left. Panayotu in behind.
Panayotu lays it off for Anderson. Seb chips it towards Engelina.
Offside.
Hartford offside again.
Can't be. You cannot be. When you're looking along the line, it's inexcusable to be offside. He is one of the nicest guys you're likely to meet. And earlier this season, Mishi Engelina, he was in a bit of a funk. It wasn't working for him. He wasn't scoring goals. But he got back. But that's basic.
That's clearly that's offside by 3 yards.
That is basic. Look, I know it's not his natural position, playing through the middle, but needs much. You've got to be better than that because he's found his form of late. Assists. He's now got his goal as well. He's a super player.
Good tackle, Panayotu. Off the turnover, feeds Jimenez. Jonathan, the Connecticut native. Into Altai, taken down hard. That was Christian Pirano with a hard takedown of Jimenez, who bounces up. So a restart for Hartford about midway between midfield and the goal line.
That's the laziest challenge I think I've seen.
Didn't put much effort in it.
No, it's just, he's gone. I'll put my leg out. We're going to get more changes from Sacramento as well. Looks like they're preparing a double change.
Price Chopper is an official partner of Hartford Athletics. Soccer fans, save 15% with your Advantage Edge card off general admission tickets to all Hartford Athletic home games at Trinity Health Stadium. Visit PriceChopper.com for more details. So Sacramento will bring Luis Felipe, number 96, into the game. And also A.J. Edwards. Ball headed out of danger. It'll be a Hartford throw-in.
Right now is when Hartford miss Momo Dieng. And he's gone. He's no longer at the football club. It was a really good deal that Hartford got for him, but strength and depth in certain areas. The forward positions, if it's not Edwards, then who is it? That's the problem right now for Hartford.
Njai will try to throw it into danger in the box. And there's Kleeman there to once again get it out. So, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
While these changes are being made, Hartford recently have been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, they haven't lost away from home since they went to Charleston at the start of May. You can ride the crest of a wave to a certain point, but they came here, back here, lost to Pittsburgh, had a 2-1 defeat against Indy. They had a 2-0 lead tonight, and now they are where they are. There's going to be a drop-off at some point. Hopefully it's not tonight, and hopefully it doesn't come.
So Vonner comes off. Edwards goes in for him. And Luis Felipe sends Christian Pirano to the bench. It was Pirano's brilliant footwork that set up Vonner for the game-tying goal in the 50th minute. Chested down. Anderson tries to cause havoc.
It's a belated whistle for the handball, which you're not waiting for an advantage. It's either a handball or not. It's just 2 or 3 second delay caused a little bit of confusion there.
First time we've seen Brendan Burke off the bench and questioning a call of Brandon Stevis.
It's the right call. It's just there's no need for the delayed whistle.
Right. Call it when it happens.
There was no advantage, so blow the whistle.
Good aggressive play by Sacramento, and then a foul in the middle of the pitch by Macangila as he takes Blake Willie down. Into the 77th minute in a 2-all draw. Now Nick Ross in a discussion about life with Brandon Stevis, the referee. Ross already playing on a yellow, but that was a cordial conversation.
These fans have been brilliant. They're the core of this football club.
Played up ahead, but Edwards couldn't get there. Siaha off his line to field it. Yeah, the boosters have been nothing short of spectacular. You know, you talk to the players, and one of the reasons a lot of these guys came to Hartford was A, Brendan Burke, and B, the support that this team gets. These players would like to give the fans a home playoff game.
Like it or not, Hartford's recent form recently has been so good that they're now held to higher standards.
Yep, which is a good thing, which you're
Totally.
aspiring to do.
Totally, and it's very difficult to do that every single week.
Farrell all over Bennett.
That's an arm in the face.
Farrell knocks him down, and Bennett has no idea what he did.
But one of the things about Hartford over the past couple of seasons under Brendan Burke, they've had a few kicks in the teeth, but my goodness, they've responded well. And this is the type of game, so right now there's zero structure to this game. But would it surprise you if Hartford somehow snatched a winner?
Nope.
In this game. But the way this game has gone tonight, would it surprise you if Sacramento scored a winner in this game?
I'd be less surprised if Sacramento scores a winner.
Yeah, exactly. However, you can still see Hartford finding a way because they've done it so often. It's not about how you play or what you deserve.
Right.
It's about doing it. I mean, Hartford had, 3 or 4 chances in that second half on Tuesday night against Oakland. I think they had 3 goals from 3 shots on target. That's what you want.
We have not had a shot on target in ages.
This second half.
Other than the Sacramento goal, which was a beautiful setup by Pirano to Vonner. It's been played in the middle third of the pitch. Not the most aesthetically pleasing half of the year. Taken away by Macangila, who came in the 34th minute when Hairston left.
Better.
Nice one give and go to Njai. Takes the bump from Edwards, drops it back to Jimenez. Tied at 2. A point gets Hartford into the playoffs for just the second time in franchise history. Modern Chiropractic delivers holistic, state-of-the-art care for back pain, neck pain, auto injury recovery, and more. Their focus isn't just on alleviating symptoms. They strive to find and fix root causes, helping patients regain lasting health and wellness. Visit them in Newington today.
It sounds strange. Hartford obviously want to get home field advantage. It's not the end of the world if they finish 5th or they finish 6th, because away from home, their form is frightening.
They have 2 away games after tonight.
They do.
Tampa Bay and Lou City.
But their preference would be a home game.
Yes.
In the playoffs, of course. But
No
it's
question.
not the end of the world if they don't get that, given how good they've been on the road.
Good job by Macangila. Taken back by Bennett.
These fans deserve a home game.
Yes. If for no other reason than their constant support of this franchise.
Through thick and thin.
And there's been a lot more thin than thick.
Indeed.
Sacramento linking passes to try to form an attack. Now Gurr with plenty of space. Gives it to Edwards. Sends it towards Siaha. Easy chest-high save from Anthony. And he slows the pace down. USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings.
Njai has not had a good second half. This is on him again.
It almost looks like he's got the Dispace syndrome of early in the year, trying to do too much. Gurr plays it square to Edwards. Now Gurr on the overlap, sends it through. Ball is free, shot airmailed over.
That's on Jonathan Jimenez. 100%. He slows down. He stops his run. Brendan Burke's just saying to his defence, calm down. Let's get some composure in here. Look at what's Jimenez doing. He starts to go quick, then he slows down. He's got to track his runner better. If that ends up in the back of the net, Hartford are shooting themselves in the foot here.
Ryan Spalding, the Hartford native, had the golden opportunity there and just came over the ball and hit it way over the net, not even close. Jimenez taken down. Hartford restart just shy of midfield as we hit the 82nd minute.
It's impossible to know the answer to this, but I wonder what's left in the tank for Hartford. After everything they've been through in the past 2.5 weeks, and not just physically, Joe, but emotionally as well, it is so hard to continually keep picking yourself up. Not from a negative, but just to get yourself up. Another game's coming. And just one or two individual performances tonight have been a little bit less than what we're used to.
Vitiello comes off the line to make the play. Quickly rolls it out in the middle. Sacramento starts the attack. Good press by Engalina, but Hartford just has not been able to get Michi the ball since he moved to the middle once Edwards left.
You're talking about the press there for Michi. It's individual press. That ain't going to work. He needs help.
Edwards racing with Prestis. TJ gets away with one there.
Recovered well, though.
Boy, Edwards sends Njai sprawling. That's a yellow card. Brendan Burke wants more.
Oh, it's all kicking off. There's a man down. Engalina's down on halfway, so fourth officials had actually come across to try and stop Brendan Burke. So I don't even know if he saw that. Wow, this sums up this second half. Just total disorganized chaos. This is a street brawl.
They're appealing to Brian Canetta, the fourth official.
Oh, but Canetta's gone after Brendan Burke, who's gone after the assistant, who's gone after the player that left the player down. It's chaos. Fourth official's right there. Brendan Burke then sprints after this challenge comes in by Aaron Edwards. And now another player's gone down. TJ Prestis involved. The goalkeeper's come out. Goodness me.
Well, we saw Engalina get buried by Freddie Kleeman.
Let's have a look at the player on the ground here. Aaron Edwards, 23. TJ Prestis was closest. There's bodies all over the place. Njai's got back up. What is Siaha doing? That's brilliant camera work that we've got that. But once again, ill discipline. He's punched him. That's a red card.
Hobalola.
Oh, hold on, Joe. What is Siaha doing? He's now saying it's a dive. Honestly.
Edwards is up. Everybody's up.
Anthony
Siaha
should be sent off. A, why is he outside of his area? It's got nothing to do with him. B, he's raised an arm. C, he's made contact. And now he's got the audacity to say it was a dive by Aaron Edwards. This is the discipline problem that can creep into Anthony Siaha.
Never a dull moment here at Trinity Health, is there?
But I don't blame the officials here. Where are you meant to look?
No, yeah, exactly. No. I just mean in general. Michi Engalina now sitting up as Mike Diaz treats him.
Honest to goodness.
Dayhill Dome, the place to play, open to all
Thank you,
ages
Joe.
and abilities. Rent their facility to run your own program or register for one of theirs. Either way, they welcome everyone to experience the best sports facility in the region. Visit dayhilldome.com to learn more. It all started with Edwards' tackle.
Yeah, it started
of
there.
Njai.
And then on halfway,
Then
Engelina's gone down.
Yeah, then Kleeman ran up Engelina's back, and then Siaha came back.
I wonder what the fourth official said. We now have the assistant on the far side, Justin Lopez, who's come over and left his position to try and calm this down. It depends what's been seen, because I feel for the officials here. This is so hard to keep track on. You basically, you can't be proactive because you don't know what's going to happen next. So you've got to go
let me
to
say
Njai.
this. John Berner is putting his game jersey on.
Brendan Burke's been booked.
You know, that could be the least of his problems.
I wonder if they're
going to. I think Siaha's going to be gone.
He should be. It's unbelievable.
Wow.
What have they seen that only merits a yellow card for Anthony Siaha? Because they haven't seen what we've seen. If they have, it's a straight red. Berner's ready to come on. Now, I just wonder if that was because the bench thought that Siaha was going to be sent off. Right, next.
Brandon Stevis. Now he goes to talk to Justin Lopez again.
Who's next? Looking for a number. What are you?
Now
You 81? You can have a card. He's like, why is it me? And now they're looking, and is this it? What have we done? Brendan Burke's got his arms outstretched and waving them like a Times Square policeman.
Joe Farrell pleading Hartford's case to referee Brendan Stevis. This all started in the 83rd minute with the A.J. Edwards tackle of Babakar Njai. Then Engelina got run over. Siaha came out, which, as you have noted and I have noted, he does far too often.
Goodness.
I understand he's emotional and he plays on the edge, but...
Credit to the officials. They did what they could.
Yeah,
that was impossible.
They sorted it out. So I have 4 yellows in that stretch. 3 to Hartford and 1 to A.J. Edwards.
Well, the official line from Opta Live is time wasting from Anthony Siaha. That's not true, but they had to put some reason for the caution. I'll be intrigued to see what the booking was for, because he raised his hands and it looked like there was a slap across the face or a punch.
So Prestis gets the restart going. We're tied at 2 here in the 89th minute. Peniotu gets it to Jimenez. Engelina's down again. Michi's down in pain.
Do you know what this game's like? For those of you that are gamers, maybe retro gamers, the older ones among us, this is like a crossover between Street Fighter meets FIFA. It is. I mean, it's just what is happening.
So, Matt Diaz, the athletic trainer on the pitch,
has done 20,000 steps today.
I didn't see Engelina get hit, but he's down and in some sort of pain. We're going to have lots of Brignell Vineyard stoppage time. But not before I tell you that tonight's Hartford Business Journal Business Alliance partner of the match, JCJ Architects.
Now's a good time for any more reads if you've got them.
No, we don't. I got just the Brignell Vineyard stoppage time.
Haji Barry's coming on. It's very telling when your goalkeeper, who's your backup, is stripped and ready to come on. Not because there's an injury to your goalkeeper, because it looks like the bench thinks the goalkeeper's about to be sent off because it happened right in front of them.
So, as you can see, I think Matt Diaz doing the concussion test for Michi. 7 minutes of Brignell Vineyard stoppage time. Let me put it this way: at least 7 minutes.
I would have taken the over. Wow. Edwards booked. Siaha booked. Obalola booked. Brendan Burke booked.
So it will be the veteran Haji Berry in his 5th game since joining Athletic, coming in for Engalina. Oh, Michi talking to Brandon Stevis.
See, when you think about this game as a whole, it's probably a fair result, right? And if anything, Sacramento would say we probably deserve to be ahead.
Yes,
but
I would think so.
On the P, the fact that Hartford was clinical in the first half, I've only got 2 big chances of note from a Hartford perspective. So one of the sides over the other that probably deserved the 3 points more would probably be Sacramento, but it's just this second half has been wow.
They're going to take Michi right into the training room. So, Haji Berry coming in.
Well, he's a focal point now. At least they've got someone that they can aim for and
more at home
target
is
man.
the 9 than Michi.
Yeah, but I totally understand what Brendan was doing, because between them, Engalina and Edwards were not giving you the production that you would hope for 2 forwards when they were both on the field.
Restart for Danny Vitiello.
I'll make this game tomorrow morning, won't I, on ESPN?
Maybe. What time is your broadcast?
7 o'clock in the
morning.
morning.
It'll be close.
Chelsea women against Spurs.
Don't stop for breakfast, because you won't get there.
Wow.
Farrell wins the muscle tussle, and the foul is called on Bennett, and he doesn't like the call. Only 1 save for Danny Vitiello tonight.
2 goals conceded.
Brilliant plays on the goals by Anderson and Engalina.
Especially the Anderson goal.
He played deep.
The Anderson goal is something that's just, the creativity is fantastic. The Engalina goal is poor defensive play by the right-sided defender. And great perseverance from Hartford.
Good job by Prestis to be a human shield, but Bennett still gets it. Can't control. Anderson gets it back to Scarlett. And that will sail over into the stands on the east side.
It's not his forte, that kind of cushioned pass right to feet.
3rd minute of stoppage time. Sacramento has 4 stoppage time goals this year. Hartford has 6. Now Seb Anderson keeps it in on the far side. Drops it back to Scarlett. Never gets through. Kleeman there to knock it away. Scarlett regains for Athletic in a 2-all tie with Sacramento. Berry comes back to help. Panayiotou over on that far side with Anderson. Sent for Berry in the box. Here's Berry. Back heels it. Jimenez shoots it. And he scores! He scores! He scores! Jonathan Jimenez! And it's 3-2 Athletic.
If ever a goal summed up a half, it's that.
My, oh my.
I mean, what's just happening out there?
Scarves are waving in the stands. Jimenez ripped the shirt off.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my goodness. The kid from Norwalk may have
wow.
punched Hartford's ticket to the playoffs.
I mean, first touch is poor, but they get lucky. Then they keep it alive. And then Jimenez, that's a really good turn. Little deflection on that one. Don't think the angle deviates a little bit. But what a brilliant finish. Off comes the top. He won't care about the yellow card. Siaha's off and running. Just chaos inside this stadium. Wow.
Omalola gets it down, then it's played by Berry. Good job by Haji Berry there, Mark.
It's fantastic. It's just this second half had the makings of something chaotic to end with. And that's exactly what we've had, assuming it is the end. But my word.
Jonathan Jimenez, his 2nd goal. Haji Berry, his 2nd assist. And Hartford has an improbable 3-2 lead.
So about 10 minutes walk from here is downtown Hartford, and there's many bars that fans will be able to go and celebrate, but this second half at times has felt like it's been inebriated.
And
Elbow.
Jimenez gets buried by Edwards.
What? How many times do Hartford do this? This never say die spirit. This kick in the teeth conceding just before half-time. This slap in the face to make it 2-2. But they still come back for more. And what was it you were saying just before the goal? He's had one save to make. Vitiello.
He still only has made one.
I mean, wow. The celebrations tell the story. This team does not know when to quit.
You have to think we probably have 2 more minutes of stoppage time after the goal.
Yeah, the goal was scored at 93:33. And what did you say? There were going to be 6 or 7 minutes?
7 minutes.
Yeah, so there's probably still another 2 or 3 minutes.
Joe Farrell tries to head it into West Hartford.
There's plenty bars there as well.
So now the onus on Sacramento. I mean, things were just not going Hartford's way. And there's Jimenez. Siaha almost a little late coming out, but he dives on the ball like it's a pillow before Ryan Spalding can get there. Now Siaha's got to be careful. He can't get a yellow for delay because that would be his second yellow of the match. Jimenez from Barry in the 94th minute. Prestes loses it. Boy, Edwards has been active. Edwards is.
Oh, it's just.
Edwards is just running around amok. Look out! Njai gets up. Meanwhile, McIngill is down.
Is Edwards running hot or what?
Goalkeeping coach Dan Gaspar has to pull Babukar Njai away. Meanwhile, McIngill is down. This match you may not get to your 7 o'clock game.
Oh, he's off. Edwards is off. Second yellow, off you go. He's done. Now he's going after. What are you doing? You've been sent off. There's nothing that's going to come good from you chasing after the referee looking for an explanation.
I mean, that was just a pure lack of poise by A.J. Edwards.
He's just been wound up. He has been totally wound up. And
fans waving goodbye to him as he walks off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. He's had a choice, some choice words to a little girl as he went off. Wow, goodness me.
So, we're now in the 99th minute. Hartford a 3-2 lead on the goal by Jonathan Jimenez. And the team that wouldn't quit didn't quit, even though they were outplayed here in the second 45. And that is it. We have reached full time, and Hartford, for the second time in franchise history, has reached the playoffs.
Neil Collins is raging at the officials. The cards might not be finished yet. Anthony Siaz showing his delight, but also trying to wind everybody up.
It's not going to take much.
No, it's not. What a win for Hartford. Let's focus on what Hartford has done. Secured a playoff spot, put themselves in a great position for home field advantage. You and I were watching the Detroit-Loudoun game earlier. Loudoun scored in stoppage time to get all 3 points. And now Hartford has scored in stoppage time to get all 3 points, having looked like they had 3 points in the bag at 2-0 up. But Sacramento deserved something from this game. But in football, it's not about what you deserve. It's about going and getting what you end up with. And Hartford have all 3 points. What a game that was.
Hartford punches its ticket for the postseason in full time. 3-2 over Sacramento. Mark and I will be back and try to wrap this up here on ESPN+.
Once again, thank you for your attendance and for your support. And we ask that you please arrive home
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
Don't miss a moment in 2026 and become a Hartford Athletic season ticket member. Deposits for the 2026 season are open today. Our broadcast has been brought to you by Central Connecticut State University. Apply today at ccsu.edu. Well, Mr. Soccer, what did you make of that one?
I don't know what I've just witnessed. I mean, it had everything that it wasn't meant to have. And then the late drama that summed up a chaotic second half. And look at the scenes. For all that these fans have been through since this team in 2019 came to be, there have been so many nights that they've just slouched home, wondering what they'd witnessed. But this is different, Joe. This is something that they haven't seen before. This is a well-coached side. This is a team that the one biggest thing from this season is the number of points they've picked up. And you're like, how did they win that game? Or how did they get a draw in that game? That's been missing. It's the spirit in this football club that is just unmatched right now. And a game, did they deserve to win it? Do they care? They go away with 3 points. And the stats, 4 shots on target, 3 goals. They had 3 shots on target at Oakland and scored 3 goals. That was maybe what's missing. The clinical aspect in front of goal. That'll take you places.
They make the most of their opportunities. Oof. That's for sure. So in a day that started off with the local fans honoring Hartford Athletic for their Jägermeister Cup victory, they sat through 99 minutes of soccer that at times, as Mark said, looked like it came off a schoolyard. Seb Anderson in the 19th minute gave Hartford the 1-0 lead. Engelina made it 2-0. Gurr and Vonner made it 2-2. And then in the 94th minute, it was Jonathan Jimenez. For our Power Station crew and Mark Donaldson, I'm Joe D'Ambrosio. Final score in full time, Hartford Athletic 3, Sacramento 2. Have a good night.